you doing, dear?
We are prepping for Hurricane Milton, which should be here fairly quickly. Right now it's Tuesday, and they're saying by early Wednesday morning we should have Hurricane Milton. So we're packing up all the dry goods and all the food that we got, and we're going to be going over to a friend's house. We are being evacuated because we live in a zone that is way too close to the water. So as part of the prep, we had to pull one car into the garage and pull all the trash cans in the garage too, because they will get blown away. And we're going to take our other car and we're going to head out here in a little bit. The neighborhood has been pretty well evacuated, so we're one of the last couple of people that are here just hanging around until we got to go. The last week, whenever the storm came through, the water came up to about right here. We're sitting about right here, and that was 8-foot storm surge. So this time we put sandbags and a tarp and all that kind of stuff in front of the door, just because, yeah, hopefully it'll block out any water that gets any high. The mosquitoes are really bad right now. I think they know there's a storm coming, so they're swarming like crazy. And I put some sticks out here. This is where the water got to last time, and you can still see some of the debris sitting on the ground from the last storm. But this is what we know it can go up to. And if it comes to this stick right here, then it's most likely going to get in the house shortly after that. But we have a ring camera set up out here. God, mosquitoes are crazy. But we have a ring camera set up so we can kind of monitor the water levels as they rise. Hopefully it'll be all right. Taking all the precautions we can to make sure that we're safe and that our house is safe while we're not in it. But that's about all we can do for now. As you can see, the mosquitoes are insanely bad right now. We got the trunk packed up as much as possible. Taking a whole bunch of food, so trying to make room in the trunk. Got our cold stuff. We bought a whole bunch of dry snacks. Last time we had snacks, but we didn't have a variety of snacks. The garage sits a little bit lower on the front end, and there's a step up for the motorcycle Sheila up here, so that way hopefully it should be out of the water as much as possible. Water got up fairly high. There's kind of a line where you can see the debris right behind where that first tree is right there. So the water got up kind of in that area and kind of guarded as much as possible against water rising. We'll see what happens. I don't think that it's going to get that high, but I'm always overcautious. This is down at the beach that we have to go to near our house, and you can see from the last time the storm was here 2 weeks ago, the water line got about right here, and that was probably an 8-foot storm surge is what they were saying. So it covered quite an extensive area. As you can see, there's still water standing from the last time. So that's kind of worrisome, but we'll see what happens. Over there is the RV park, and it's been evacuated for a couple of days now. You see that it's a ghost town over there. Today, you would have no idea that there's a big hurricane coming because everything seems calm, everything seems quiet. All the shorebirds are having a great time. See how it goes. That's all we can really do is pray to God that everything turns out well and that we're all safe. Trouble by the police because she took way too long to write the sign in the sand.
If you wouldn't have had me dig deeper, it was you. Who got us in trouble?
We are driving out.
We don't have bone broth, we're in trouble.
Okay, I don't think we have bone broth in, so we're probably in trouble.
Do you have chicken broth?
This is the hurricane that we're experiencing so far. This is just the beginning stages of it right now. So it'll get a little bit heavier and a little bit fuller here in a little while, but this is the precursory rain to it. This is about 90% of what the hurricane is in Florida. It's just heavy rain, sitting and waiting, and then there'll be periods where it just gets extremely windy and extremely crazy. Well, the rain has now started. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. on Wednesday. And this is the rain they said was going to be ahead of the storm. Like I said, this would be the cause of most of the concern for flooding, is that it was going to rain so much ahead of the storm that whenever the storm actually dropped the rain, it was going to flood. But we're on a hill right now, and so most of this rain is just going to run right off. That'll be good for us. The wind has picked up just a little bit, not too much. But again, this is all the rain they said was going to fall before the hurricane actually hit. This is just the outer bands of the hurricane. And not too terribly bad this one. Actually kind of peaceful and kind of nice. But just as much as like a regular storm would bring. Well, the rain has picked up a little bit more. Starting to blow a little bit harder. Starting to look a little bit more hurricane-y. We're in the middle of a hurricane.
Yes.
What have you been doing in the middle of this hurricane? Probably hunkering down, maybe stocking up on, you know, supplies and stuff.
Yes.
What is that?
But you wanted it.
What is it?
It's chocolate chip banana bread.
You've been making chocolate chip banana bread in the hurricane?
Yes.
Dear. I mean, I'm not mad.
Get back up.
Ooh. Oh, right now it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening. And we're starting to get a little bit more rain and a little bit more wind. And it's here within about 3 hours or so. It's supposed to start getting a lot stronger wind, so that's what everybody's kind of anticipating right now. Right now, not too bad. After the big storm, it's still cloudy, still a little bit wet and soggy, obviously, but this is the backyard of the house that we stayed in. A little bit of damage, mostly to the screen, at the top of the pool. We're about to go out in the front and see what the real damage looks like. There's going to be a lot of cleanup, but this is not as near as bad as it could have been. Thank you, Jesus, for protecting us and keeping us safe. Start cleaning up. piles of it. But now it's bright and sunny, and you wouldn't have known that yesterday there was a Category 3, 4, or 5 hurricane that was headed towards Florida, and that's kind of how it usually goes. Just waiting to hear back that we can go safely to our neighborhood, and until then we're just going to help clean up. We fared pretty well. Looks like they pulled some of the branches out of our yard already. Kind of piled up some debris. Initial look, there's some shingles missing out the top of the roof, so hopefully we don't have any water damage on the inside. Looks like everything held up pretty well. Off in the distance you can see the one big tree that fell over, and you'll see that on the ring camera. But overall, looks like it could have been a whole lot worse. Alright, initial look. Everything seems to be okay. Power's working. There's some lights on. And everything looks good so far. So we were taught this trick a long time ago. You put a coin on top of ice and you put it in the fridge. If the coin's still there, then you're good to go. If it sinks to the bottom and refreezes, that meant the power was out for long enough to sink. But our coin is still on top, so I think we're good. All that stuff should be okay. This Branson's stick collection fell over. Looks like that's really about it. Everything else fared well. Bonsais are good. Pothos are fine. Looks like they got blown a little bit, but I put them down here just to make sure that they didn't get swept off the table or anything. These guys look good. Oh, they definitely got rain though. Woo. Yeah, there's wet soil inside of there. So, yeah. They got some rain. These are not. Alright, well, the mosquitoes are just as bad as they were before we left.
Yep.
Definitely blew a whole lot out of the trees. So on the ring camera, the water came up across that track over there. It came up to about right here. Oh, you can see the tops of some of the roofs are blown.
Yeah.
The trees around. Alright, we're back at the beach now. I want to see what the damage looked like. First thing we found was a sign that blew off from somewhere. There's no telling where. I don't think there's a crosswalk within a mile of here, so no telling. Lots of water. Haven't gone to the actual beach yet, but flooding all around. Big tree knocked down. And we're gonna crest this little hill and see what the actual beach looks like. Let's take a look. Oh man. So one of the gazebos over here on the beach fell down. Holy smokes. That was some strong wind. So they said the surge with this one was not going to be as high as the last one, and in fact I think there was no surge at all because the side of the storm that we were on pulled the water out of the bay here. And then so basically whatever's all the flooding happened, it just filled it back up. Whereas with Helene, whenever it went by, it just pushed all the water into here. So yeah, pretty gnarly. It used to be a whole bunch of debris and brush. You can see there was a huge palm tree right here too that just snapped in half. But the wind came through so strong, it just blew this entire area out. Like on Monday, you couldn't walk from here over to here and see the water. It was just solid brush, but it has cleared everything out, just about. There's like a block more of beach now because everything blew out of here, which is crazy. Stumbled upon a boat that got buried under the water. Yeesh.